All right. Today's gospel reading will be from Matthew chapter 9, verses 36 through 38, and also chapter 10, verses 1 through 9. 1 through 8. We'll be doing the explanation according to the Blessed Theophylact, who is an archbishop of the Ohrid region of Bulgaria from the 11th century. 36. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them, because they grew faint and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd. Explanation there. They did not have a shepherd, for their rulers not only failed to correct them, but even harmed them. The mark of a true shepherd is to have compassion for his flock. 37:38. Then he saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest. The explanation here. The multitude in need of healing he calls the harvest, and those who ought to teach them laborers. The Lord of the harvest is Christ himself, who is Lord of prophets and apostles. This is made clear when he ordains the 12 without petitioning God. Listen, then, chapter 10, verse 1. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them authority over unclean spirits to cast them out, and to heal every disease and infirmity. The explanation. He chose 12 disciples according to the number of the 12 tribes. He gave them power, although indeed they were few, and sent them out. For few are they who walk the narrow way. He granted them the power to work miracles, so that having first caused astonishment by the miracles, the disciples would then have receptive listeners for their teaching. Verse 2. Now the names of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother. The explanation. He lists the names of the apostles because of the false apostles. He first gives Peter and Andrew because they were also the first called, and then the sons of Zebedee. He places James before John, not ranking them by honor, but simply listing them as the names occur. So he says, and to continue on with 2 through 4, James, the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, the publican, James the son of Alphaeus and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. The explanation. See the humility of Matthew, how he ranked himself after Thomas. And when he came to Judas, he did not say, the defiled, the enemy of God, but he named him Iscariot, after his place of birth. For there was another Judas who was also called Lebbaeus or Thaddeus. There are 2 Jameses, the son of Zebedee and the son of Alphaeus, and 2 Judas, the Thaddeus and the betrayer. Then 3 Simons, Peter the Canaanite, the betrayer, and the Peter the Canaanite and the betrayer. For Judas Iscariot was also called Simon. I didn't know that. Verses 5 through 7. These 12 Jesus sent forth, and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. The explanation. These, who are they? Fishermen, ordinary people, and publicans. He sends them first to the Jews, that they might not be able to say, The apostles were sent to the Gentiles, because of this we Jews did not believe. Thus he deprives the Jews of any excuse. He links the Samaritans to the Gentiles, as they were Babylonians who inhabited Judea, and did not accept the prophets, but only the 5 books of Moses. You must also understand the kingdom of heaven to mean the enjoyment of good things to come. He arms them with miracles, saying, in verse 8, Heal the sick and cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out demons. Freely ye have received, freely give. The explanation. Nothing so befits a teacher as humility and non-possessiveness. He indicates these 2 virtues here by saying, Freely ye have received. Do not think highly of yourselves that you have such good things to give, for you have received them as a gift and by grace. But as you are humble-minded, so also do not be lovers of money. For he says, Freely give. And finally, he eradicates the root of all evils, saying, I'm going to continue on with 9 and 10. Possess neither gold nor silver, nor copper in your belts, nor satchel for your journey, neither 2 tunics, neither sandals, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his food. In the explanation, he is training them in all strictness, and for this reason he allows them absolutely nothing in excess, nor to have any cares. He does not even allow them a staff, for this is the strictness of non-possessiveness, which makes credible the words of one who would teach this virtue. And then, so that they might not ask, how shall we eat? He says, the workman is worthy of his food. That is, your disciples shall feed you, for they owe this to you as they would to a workman. But he said, worthy of his food, not delicacies, for teachers should not live luxuriously.